Is this a defamation lawsuit? I was talking about another channel being bullied. Crystal Crime Time. Oh. Gotcha, Crystal. Well, you need to be a little more clear when everybody's a little raw. Just saying. Jamie, what she did to the Wells. What about the Wells did to their 4 kids? Yeah, absolutely. Nobody cares about the Wells kids that have been ripped from them and never given back. It must have been pretty bad. Think about it. How bad it had to have been for the boys not to even want to go back. It's pretty sad. You know? Everybody likes to talk shit, but doesn't like to tell the truth. Doesn't like to tell how horrible their living environment was. Or how they had to watch their mommy and daddy, you know, bang each other because they were all living in the same room. Or how about that they had all these drug addicts in and out of their house with no door or wall around the bathroom. And yes, Summer, if a man was in there peeing and standing up, could see all of his junk. Do you think that's appropriate? I bet you're one of those sick people that are on the trashy side of YouTube, if that's okay for you. But for the rest of society, that's disgusting. Just saying. We understand that there are some dirty people on YouTube as subscribers, as creators, and everything else. And you guys all belong together, right? If you think it's okay what Summer went through, what her brothers went through, and this is whether I'm not even talking about whether you think that they're guilty of doing something to Summer Wells. I'm just talking about their living environment. If you think that they lived like they were supposed to live, there might be something a little wrong with you. I would say get your life together. I would say clean up your house, get the roaches and the rats out of it. Because the only people that think that kind of living is acceptable, in all fairness, are people that don't mind living in that kind of environment. That's the only way anybody would ever say that's acceptable. Because the rest of society does not live like that. It has nothing to do with being poor. It has nothing to do with being poor at all. You know, there's a difference with being poor and being filthy. And these people, the Wells, were nasty, they were filthy, and God knows what their children that should never have seen some of the stuff that they saw. That house was a flop house. And 4 children were in the middle of it. So I don't want to hear anybody that says anything. You know what? If I had an opportunity right now and Don Wells was out there and around children, I'd get him fired from that job too. He does not need to be around children, and neither does his wife. They can't even keep their own children. 3 sets of kids taken away from those parents. 2 sets, 2 apiece for mom, for Candace in a different relationship, and for Don in a different relationship, and 3 boys from their combined relationship. You're talking about a total of 7 children, and one of those children are missing, making it the 8th. 8 children. 8 children removed out of the care and custody of Don and Candace. 3 sets of children. 3 sets of children. They didn't get it right the first time. Didn't get it right the second time. Hey, maybe 3 times is a charm. Well, it wasn't, because a child's missing and 3 boys are now in the care of the Tennessee. So I don't even want to hear people sticking up for the Wells. They're disgusting pieces of garbage, and if you don't think they are, you're probably just like them. And if that's offensive to you, you know what you can do? Don't watch my channel. Unsubscribe. It's really simple. All right, guys, I cooled off. I'm getting my shoes back on. It's time for me to go out there and get the front yard done. Good gracious, I don't even know what I'm going to do with the backyard. The backyard is sawgrass. Sawgrass grows taller and thicker than regular grass. Repeating a dox. Sue me. Oh, she already is. You should still wait a little while. The heat is, I know it is intense. I'm just going out there. I'm doing like 15, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. You know, I'll have to work it. I don't see myself having enough energy to do this yard in one sitting anyway. So I'm just cranking up the lawnmower the neighbor gave me. I'm gonna fill it up with gas when I'm done with it. But I'm just gonna do little chunks here, little chunks there, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That gives you the right to harass them. Oh, Jamie, go suck a dick. Like literally choke on it. Where's the attorney you were grifting? Oh, good God. These people, you guys wait literally 5 days to be in here. Mods, delete every last one of them are like that. I'm glad we have a 5-day thing. It makes it a lot easier to identify these people and get them the hell out of here. You don't get to ask me questions. I don't answer to you. You don't do anything for my channel but bitch about it. You know what I say? Go suck a dick and choke on it. Okay? Like I said, this is not for my preachers and pastors. So, stalkers sitting and waiting. I know. They literally go to their channel and try to, Betty's just so unstable, really? But I'm not sitting on anybody's channel waiting 5 days to say, oh, you're psycho. That's pretty psycho. That's unhinged. Like, I bet you the people that are saying that are literally seeing a psychotherapist, or probably have a medication for stability or a stabilizer or God knows what else they have to be on because they can't deal with life. Change the subject. What breed? No, I'm not going to change the subject. Might as well argue with these idiots. You know? My fur baby's a Chihuahua. Hey, been a long day. Who's attorney? Whale lips. If people want to just hate on people's channel, why not just stop watching? It's that simple. Exactly, because they're unhinged. Nobody's watching this lady's channel. The only time people are watching her channel is to see what she has to say about me so they can give me some information for my court hearing. Like half my people don't even watch her. They don't even comment. They don't want nothing to do with her. They think she's trashy. She's classless. All she can do is cuss and act hard and act like she's got control over everyone. Well, bitch, you ain't got control over me. You can keep calling the freaking law enforcement until the cows come home. You're still not going to stop me from moving around and moving freely. It's pretty sad that a woman has to do that to feel powerful. Does that not tell you what kind of woman she is? She's about having control and power. She's a Chris Proudfoot. She's absolutely 100% a Chris Proudfoot. I bet you she beats her kids too. I bet you she beats her kids too. Who knows? Allegedly. My opinion. I'm allowed to have it. Maybe that's why she doesn't have all her children. Maybe that's why the fathers have the children, because she's a piece of shit mom. Possibly. Just saying. I know. She's awful, isn't she? Awful. Even the baby's crying. She's like, shut up, Ma. Yeah. Well, I figured I might as well come here and just throw a bunch of insults so they can go on like I've taken 42 minutes of my bitch session, 42 minutes in 8 months, and I bet you it gives them like 5 days of bitching about, oh my god, bullhornbetty, look at her, oh my god, she doesn't look pretty today, oh my god, her hair's yellow, oh my god, she's balding, oh my god, she's got wear glasses, oh man, she's not thin, right? And it's like, well, you at least you get to see me. Freaking whale lips won't even give you the dignity or respect to even show her ugly ass face. Probably toothless. Probably right? Right? Smoking that shizit. Smoking that shizit. Allegedly. Pass the stem, bitch! Pass! Anyways, alright guys, I gotta go out there and get in the weeds, literally, and get my yard under control. I can't wait for Delilah to be able to run in the front yard again without being covered up. She's so tiny, you know, and she goes out there, she's like looking, and she's like, I ain't going into that, you know. It's like, you know, up to my waist, and she's like, I don't know, Ma. I think I want to go back into the house on those potty pads. Those potty pads really look nice to me, Ma, and you ain't getting me out there. So I pick her up, and I put her out there, and she's like, oh, no. So she runs straight to the door. I ain't pottying in this. I can't see. So now she's going to be able to see. Get a knuckle or a ring taser. That scares other dogs away. Oh. Well, from what I hear, this is what the neighbor told me. He said that the lady where her dogs came over here and attacked me and Delilah, he said for the first time they brought the dogs out and they were on their leashes. She said, I have never seen them put them on leashes the entire time they've been over there. He's like, they were on leashes. And I'm like, good. You know, I mean, those dogs, when they got out, they were not nice dogs. You know, I mean, most of these, even the big dog down the road, I mean, he's like a dopey dog, you know, but he's sweet. Nobody around here has violent dogs or dogs that attack other people, just theirs, you know? And it's like, I mean, I have no problem with animals. If they had gotten out and were just running and wanting to play with my dog, I mean, it would have been so much different, but they didn't. They tried to kill my dog. Like, that's a violent dog. Those dogs don't need to be around other animals, and they don't need to be around people unless they're under control. But I couldn't believe it because I honestly, at first, I mean, I was already upset that their dogs, you know, this was the second incident in 2 weeks that happened on my land. But it was when Glenn told me that he watched the husband let the dogs out as he was getting in the truck. So they had intention, and that was, I didn't find that out until 24 hours, I think, or later that night. I didn't find that out until later that night, that that's what happened, that he watched the guy let those dogs out and just leave the house while their dogs are on the loose. What if they had gotten hit or hurt or injured in any way? Nobody knows their phone number. Nobody knows how to get a hold of them, you know? And we share a cat. I mean, well, I think we share 2 cats because their cat adopted me. I adopted Delilah, too. I mean, Precious loves Delilah. So I didn't find that out until after the attack happened, but that really, really pissed me off when I found out that the neighbors literally let their dogs out and left the home, like drove off with their dogs just loose. That is so, I don't know who does that. Like, I don't know if I could ever just drive off and leave my dogs loose, not knowing if something's going to happen or a car's going to hit them. I mean, that's, for the animal's sake, that is horrible. But when you have a violent dog that likes to bite people, it's definitely not a good idea, you know? I'm not suing them for any type of damages or anything like that. I just want them to, you know, keep their dogs on their property. That's it. I don't care if their dogs have a leash on them. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I just want their dogs to stay on their property and only their property. You know, nobody else's dogs are running up and down the road. Why are their dogs doing it? Betty, you have glasses on the top of your head. You are wearing it because these are sunglasses. These are sunglasses. So these are going to come off. These are going to go on when I get out there. So anyways, guys, that's kind of my bitch session. I wish we would have done better, but I opted for not having evidentiary hearings on this particular matter. And, you know, of course, our attorney's pointing out, see, I told you it's going to be an evidentiary hearing. No, I didn't present any evidence. He's an idiot. But he's trying to find a way for me to spend even more money than his client has already spent while they have a $70,000 slush fund. I don't think this judge is going to buy it. I mean, he's not really, you know, but again, I can reconsider this stuff later down the road when it's the appropriate time. But if anybody does want to send me what they know behind the scenes or in front of the scenes or just, you know, what they've witnessed themselves, please send those affidavits over, but they have to be notarized by a legit, you know, they have to be, everything has to be above board. It has to be the city, the state that you're, or the county and the state you're from. You have to say that I'm 18, your full name, your address, what you've witnessed, and then take it to and sign under penalty of perjury, acknowledging that that is your statement, and have it notarized by a notary republic in your area. If you guys can do that, and then send it to me. If you need to figure out what an affidavit needs to, how it needs to say, it's just basically your statement of what you saw transpire and putting dates and context behind that. And again, if you guys want to do that, please do it. You guys can send those over to bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. If you're willing to explain some things, or if you need some guidance on it, I'm happy to guide you ever so slightly. I can't make up your affidavit. It has to be in your own words. But if you have seen things and heard things, because I know that her whole entire team broke apart behind the scenes. So if you have some information that you want me in the courts to know about, now would be a great time to do that. So I'll throw that out there. If anybody wants to do it, you're more than welcome. But it has to be your own statements, and they can probably send you some follow-up questions on it through discovery and stuff like that. So just be prepared that, you know, that's what's going to be expected. So I will talk to you guys later. I need to get back to work. It's going to be a long day. Hopefully, my only goal today is to have the whole front yard mowed before nighttime. I'd like the front yard done. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with the backyard. I really don't. I don't even want to think about it. This is a lot of manual labor, y'all. I'm just saying. I ain't with it no more. I lost it when I got out of construction. All right, guys, let me go work for my money.